Hello, I am back. I'm going to give it just a few to give you guys an opportunity to hop on if you are going to hop on. If not, and you happen to catch this later, just put in the comments #replay. And if you're watching this video, this is the second installment of the first one that I did earlier today. So you may want to go back and watch that first and then come back to this one. So I'm getting ready to wind it down for the evening, but I wanted to get back on as promised just to talk a little bit about the Lions Gate. So I hope that those of you who watched the previous video, did go and do some research about the Lions Gate and what that means. So 8/8 was very significant and has been for centuries, especially to astronomers, astrologers, numerologists, and anyone who is dealing in, the mystical and the cosmos, right? As it impacts human behavior, as it corresponds to just the energy, the frequency, different occurrences that take place. So, when you begin to dig deeper into your spiritual life, you will understand that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And so, as God created the heavens and the earth, the stars, the moon, the sun, the sky, and everything in it, we would be really naive to believe that these things don't have some type of impact on our personal lives. If you think about the moon and how it affects the tide, if you've ever gone traveling and you've been to the ocean, either on a cruise or you've been on a beach somewhere and you see the waves come crashing in, understand that the moon has an impact on the tides. And whether you know it or not, your menstrual cycle, your menses, is tied to the lunar cycle as well. So anyway, I said all of that to say that if you have been feeling different, if you've been feeling like there's more or there's a shift that has taken place, this pandemic has definitely, hey, Alyssa, how are you? This pandemic has definitely shaken some things up, and I know that it has given people pause just to start thinking more and reasoning and just kind of seeking and searching and looking deeper within for the answers that we seek. So I am a firm believer that we're fearfully and wonderfully made, that the creation, like we're all connected. So, just like the weather impacts how we feel. There's people who have so many hours of darkness in Alaska, and they have said that it's truly tied to a suicide rate and depression. So we know that weather has something to do with how we feel and how we move and breathe and have our being. So with that being said, the Lions Gate is said to be a opportunity for just an influx of manifestation and energy and positivity. And, it's really a time for you to take some self-assessment. So with the Lions Gate, when we talk about change, and I've said, that 2020 is the year of letting go. Self-reflection is key during this time and in the days ahead. As you do self-examination, for your life, and it's real easy to look out and judge, look out and blame, look out and accuse, and be upset about other people's behavior and how they're not moving the way we want them to move or marching to the beat of our drum. But the truth of the matter is, until you have gotten somewhere and sat down and centered and focused and started to look inward, you ain't marching to the beat of your own damn drum. You're not in alignment. When you are not in alignment, everything around you is off. And you're disappointed, you're frustrated, you're angry, and it's like it's easier to point the finger and get upset with everyone else instead of dealing with yourself. When you begin to heal yourself, when you begin to change your thinking, and when you begin to think more positive thoughts and become more constructive with your own energy, you're going to find that you're going to start attracting more positivity in your life. You're going to start having more abundance in your life. You're going to start having more manifestation in your life. And that's why I really chose to do the gratitude page, because I have found that just like love, gratitude is right up there with love. You know, being grateful and thankful for just what you do have is going to bring more of what you do have to you. So by the same token, on the flip side, as above, so below, the negativity is going to bring more negativity to you. So this is a time for self-reflection. This is a time for focusing on what it is about you that you want to change. What is it about you that you need to purge? What is it about you that you need to let go of? Past hurts, fears, stinking thinking, limiting beliefs, all of that stuff that goes on in your world. That's the letting go that we're talking about. So a lot of times people love self-help. They love spiritual journeys. They love talking about, you know, narcissistic behaviors and toxic behaviors as it relates to them releasing others or judging others for their behavior or looking at others and how they're moving. Understand that the eyes are also mirrors. When you're looking at other people, the shortcomings, the issues that you have with others, a lot of times those very same qualities are resonating within you. So it's time to do some mirror work. Look in the mirror. What do you see? And be blatantly honest and transparent with yourself. And that's how you start killing the ego, because your ego is really who's holding you back. Your ego doesn't want you to grow. Your ego doesn't want you to change. Your ego puts you in a comfort zone, and it's a sabotager. So when you see people self-sabotaging, that's because the ego, they're living and running and moving off ego. The ego is terrified that your higher self is going to take control. So with that being said, I do want you guys to go out and study the Lion's Gate. I'll post a video or two here, you know, for the next few days. The Lion's Gate does not close until August the 12th. So, you know, it's just an extra opportunity for energy, you know, positivity. Like I said, it's just an opportunity for you to, if you've already been thinking about making a shift and making some changes and you already feel like something's kind of happening, well, everything, the stars and the planets are aligning in your favor. So if you are at a conscious point right now where you're wanting some changes, you want to make some differences, you want to have a shift and experience that, this is your time. So it is probably no coincidence that you are watching this video. It's probably no coincidence that you have been feeling some kind of way. It's probably no coincidence that even though it's a pandemic, you find yourself thriving and flourishing and wanting to do more and be more. And it's no coincidence that you're probably seeing some great success, you know, in such a time as this, you know, because you're not focusing on what's going on without, you're focusing on what's going on within. Yes, we understand there's a pandemic. Yes, we understand that there could be, you know, some financial implications behind this, but these are all opportunities for shift and for change and for positivity. It all depends on how you look at it. Is the glass half empty or is it half full? So right now, the phase of the moon that we are in is called the waning gibbous. I want to make sure I got that right. Give me 1 second. I'm pretty sure it's waning, not waxing. Give me 1 second. Yep, I was right. I should stop second guessing myself. Anyway, we are in the waning gibbous. So what I want to share with you is right now with the waning gibbous, permeating awareness. So the phase influence is expansion, assimilation. As we truly begin to see ourselves, our consciousness expands. The stardust that flows through all of our veins begins to shine a trillion tiny beacons into the growing darkness. Our most feared recesses are illuminated, our masks torn away. Our smaller selves begin to fade as our radiant truth begins to bloom in the fertile, shaded soil. Create a vision board, but one with this intention: a new map to your higher self. Choose imagery that you may not have previously associated with, but that speaks to you on a deeper level. Shrug the superficial in favor of elevated depth. Consider what elevated depth means to you, your heart, and your soul, and then allow it to come through your hands and onto the board. You can play whatever music inspires you and uplifts and transports you. Play it as you create your higher version vision board of yourself. And your mantra is, I allow my truth to come forward. So again, this is the time for you to dig deeper, to see yourself as your higher self, all those awesome dreams and things that you have in the recesses of your mind. It's time to call those things forth. The universe is on your side. The Most High is on your side. Your angels and guardians, your ancestors, and all your spirit guides from the fifth dimension and above are on your side. So you have light and love coming to you right now. Also, with the waning gibbous, heightened awareness. And it's amazing that, in these cycles, they come and they go. These are just the cycles of the moon. But when you have the moon in a certain phase during times such as like the Lion's Gate or eclipses or full moons and things like that, it's just extra added awareness that you have at your fingertips and availability if you are still. God said, be still and know that I am God. He said, stand back and watch the salvation of the Lord. But we're not being still most of the time. Most of the time, like I said in my previous video, we wake up, we jump out of bed. Hey, Gladys, thank you for joining. We just, feet hit the floor, wash our face, brush our teeth, take our shower, do our hair, put on the makeup, get in the car, maybe grab something, get the coffee, go to work. You're in traffic. You're dealing with customers, clients, whatever it is that you do, and your day has already started. At no point, did you center. You didn't give yourself an opportunity to breathe. Every morning before I even put my feet on the ground, I do a breathing exercise just to inhale and exhale. Just, breathe in that good ass prana. Just breathe in life and then exhale. And then I go into just mentally, I used to write it down. Like when I'm doing the gratitude practice, I do write it down. But even before I get up, I'm just getting into the practice of gratitude. I don't even get out the bed until I consciously just say, to myself, the things that I'm grateful and thankful for at the start of this new day. And then I pray. And then there's some days I meditate. And then there's days I read and pray and meditate. And then there's some days that I wake up and I look at my calendar and I have the time. I wake up early. I'll actually lay my yoga mat out. I'll light my candles. I'll smudge and burn my sage and just I take more time to be centered and mindful and just spend that hour with God, like and with myself. So it's just about centering, calming yourself down. Then you'll have more direction. You'll have more peace. When we pray, that's our way of speaking to the Most High, like giving our prayers and our supplications and, our desires, the things that we want. But when you're meditating and you're being still, that is your way to hear from the Spirit. You can't hear from Spirit if you just hit the floor running and just start your day and you're just gone. Then traffic and then people and then it's, then you're on Facebook and you scrolling through and putting all that other stuff in your mind. You're not centering. So really centering and mindfulness and setting that side of time for yourself is really what's going to help you get to that next level that you're trying to get to. All right. So waning gibbous also is about a heightened awareness. The phase influence is this: understanding, seeking. With heightened awareness comes an entirely new set of coordinates. A new plateau has been reached, presenting you with a myriad of new doors to open and pathways to explore. This is a time of learning and absorption, as well as communication and revelation. Followers of the moon dictate themselves to studying during this lunar window. In fact, they use it as a window to the soul. They traverse the inner corridors of their minds and spirits, gleaning personal and universal information to better understand themselves, the world, and their place in it. The ritual is choose an area of study that has either always called to you or has recently come into focus. Carve out special solitary time for study, contemplation, and when you're ready, sharing and communication. This forms the structure for community, strengthened, aware, and awake. Anoint a candle with either cinnamon or mint oil. Both revitalize and reawaken the mind. And your mantra for this is, I am open to knowledge. I am a perpetual student. I know nothing and everything. So, if you've been, kind of being religious about your beliefs and you just kind of been going through the motions and you've been ritualistic, doing the exact same thing week after week, day after day, month, it's time to switch it up. Learn something new. Learn a new skill. Study other religions. Study about nutrition. Study about crystals. Study, study about the Lion's Gate. Just do something different. Open up your mind, okay? There's so much more to you than meets the eye. So with that, I'm going to go now. I just wanted to get on and share with you guys about the Lion's Gate and just the portal. And listen, our Creator is awesome and amazing and limitless, right? There is so much more for us. When Christ said you shall have life and have it more abundantly, are you having that abundant life? We are co-creators with Christ. So, it's not just going to fall out of the sky. He is giving you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and His Spirit to discover what has been hidden. The mysteries of God are available to you. But you got to get rid of your limiting beliefs, stinking thinking, traditions of men, and understand that there's so much more to you and to this awesome and beautiful world that we live in than just the basic hallelujah. Okay? And not that hallelujah is basic, but if it's just words and it's not coming from the heart, the mind, and the soul, what is it really profiting? We're here to give God glory. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, and we were designed to have an abundant life. So let's go get it. It's out there waiting on us. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to you knowing now that you still have a few days left during this time to meditate and pray and manifest and create, journal, however you express yourself, through art, whatever it is, music, just do it. Carve out some time, spend some time with yourself, and be focused and intentional about what you want to manifest within this next, few weeks. You have the opportunity and the time to do it. You shall have what you say you have. You will do what you say you will do. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and it will be is ask, seek, and knock. Ask and ask and it shall be given unto you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be opened unto you. That's ASK, ask. So I'm going to go now so you'll have time before you go to bed to meditate on the things that I've talked to you about. If you're just now joining this video, go ahead and put in the comments #replay, and I hope that you enjoy it. There's another video that I did earlier today. I will have on a white tank top, and I'm also talking a little bit about the Lion's Gate and leading up to this video here. So I love you guys. I hope you are continuing to practice gratitude and that you manifest some things. I want to hear from you. This is your group as well. So please let everyone know how you're doing, and just let us know what's going on in your life. Until next month, when we will possibly start another journey. You'll see me from time to time posting things, but yeah, I'll have some exciting things to share with you when we come back next month to get back on track. But until then, let's go make some magic. Bye-bye now.